This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Pure happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow. Pure happiness will be connect to flow.
This is the Barbados Today Morning News for Tuesday, November 24th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary-Claire Williams. MP for Christchurch West, Dr. Maria Agard, could be headed to the law courts to have her expulsion from the Barbados Labour Party overturned. Party leader Mia Motley announced the expulsion following a lengthy meeting of the BLP's National Council on Sunday night. Motley said at the heart of Dr. Agard's dismissal was her failure to recognize the legitimacy of a democratically elected branch of the party. However, lawyers for Dr. Agard have described the decision as both shocking and callous. Yesterday, they said they were taking the matter to the High Court to ask that the decision be declared unlawful. The Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Tourism Investment Inc., Stuart Lane, is reporting that an estimated $2 billion will be invested in the local tourism sector over the next 4 years. Lane also says the Sands Hotel will be opened next year and Phase 2 of Sandals Casuarina will be ready by 2017. Speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony for the redevelopment of the Wyndham Sam Lord's Castle in St. Philip yesterday, Lane said the Chinese-funded project represents a critical component in the island's investment strategy. It costs an estimated $450 million and is scheduled to open in 2018. Meanwhile, Chinese ambassador to Barbados, Wang Qi, says her country is also funding additional projects for Barbados.
It is also worth mentioning that besides Sam Lord's Castle Hotel, China and Barbados are negotiating other projects to be funded by China's preferential loans, such as reconstruction and expansion of Grand Adams International Airport and Pierhead Marina projects in Bridgetown. We have every reason to expect a promising future of China-Barbados cooperation for mutual benefit.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In news from the region, route taxi operators in Jamaica have been transporting children in their car trunks to maximize earnings, but the Transport Authority is warning them to stop the illegal and most inhumane practice or face prosecution. The authority has also instructed its operations division to intensify activities to stamp out the practice, which it says seriously compromises the safety and comfort of passengers. However, the managing director of the authority, Donald Foster, has come under fire for highlighting what the director of the Jamaica Association of Transport Owners and Operators, Egerton Newman, is describing as a small age-old problem. Newman suggests that Foster focus instead on the more pressing problems that are now affecting the transport industry. In more regional news, the use of CCTV cameras in Guyana's capital, Georgetown, has captured more than 3,000 traffic offenders who've ended up before the courts. There are plans to increase the number of CCTV cameras in the city since this is aiding the police. We get the details in this report.
The authorities are making full use of the closed-circuit television CCTV cameras that are located at several intersections in and around the city. From the commencement of the year to present, there has been more than 3,100 traffic violations observed by the CCTV cameras, according to Minister of Public Security Kamraj Ramjatan. This the authorities have no plans to take lightly.
What is being done is largely sending video clips of the driver and his motor car violating to the driver and then charging.
99% of those who have been charged so far have pleaded guilty, according to the Public Security Minister, who was at the time speaking at the launch of Road Safety Month 2015 at the Arthur Chung Convention Center.
They're pleading guilty because they just can't get away from the fact that it's them and they breached the law. So the CCTV cameras are working. And the statistics, however, are saying that the CCTV cameras are just around some streets in Georgetown.
With emphasis on Georgetown in a long-term approach to more effectively monitor road usage, the government will be looking to add more cameras around the city. That target, however, might take close to 2 years before it is realized.
On the international scene, a U.S. airstrike has destroyed more than 200 fuel trucks controlled by the Islamic State militants in northeast Syria. It is thought that the pilots found the trucks parked together, waiting to be loaded at an oil production point. Warning shots were reportedly fired to scare away the civilian drivers before the destruction of the trucks began. ISIS makes large amounts of money from oil, which it produces from seized facilities. Last week, another 116 tankers were destroyed in an airstrike. Meanwhile, France has launched its first airstrikes from an aircraft carrier against ISIS as President François Hollande began a diplomatic offensive to persuade world leaders to join a coalition fighting the terror group. Warplanes took off from the aircraft carrier in the eastern Mediterranean and attacked ISIS targets in Iraq and Syria. And finally, migrants stuck on the border between Greece and Macedonia sewed their lips together to protest against not being allowed to continue their journey. We get the details in this report from the BBC.
This is the border. On that side we've got Macedonia. Here are the Macedonian riot police. They've been here all day. And over here we've got people from many different countries and they're saying they're not going to move. All these people are stranded now. I'm going to show you something which is quite disturbing, so you've been warned, look away if you don't want to see it, but these people say they will not eat, they will not talk, and to prove their point, around a dozen have sewn up their mouths. You can see the swelling. Many of these people are from Iran, some are from Bangladesh. Where are you from? Pakistan. Where are you from? Pakistan. Where are you from? Iran. 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 Will you ever go back to Iran? You won't go back. You won't go back. Here's the problem. Because Macedonia say enough is enough. This migration crisis has to end. There's got to be some order here. So the Macedonians are saying, Iraqis, Afghans, Syrians, you can come, but everyone else, you've got to stay. Where you from? Where you from? Pakistan. There's more than 1,000 people here. On some days there's been around 2,000. And let me just show you the checkpoint here. If you just come through. Right now these people are trying to say, look, we're Syrian, we're Afghans, we're Iraqis, let us through. They've got to prove it. They've got to show documents, they've got to show passports.
And that's where we end the morning news. For more news, you can log on to our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for the latest news and sports. I am Mary Claire Williams. Have a good morning.